deeper into Fearless here. The Yeon remaining banned against Team Liquid, against QUID, definitely one of the specialty champions. Always these melee assassins like the Akali as well up there for him, and we've seen him perform on a lot of those. And that's been a recipe that a lot of teams have tried to use against TL and found success. As long as you keep him a little bit uncomfortable, then they have been able to find success. But pretty good Orianna game in the previous one, playing to the rest of the squad. Let's see as we whittle it down. Also, the Ambessa is a very good value ban versus FlyQuest.
Yep.
Both Gakgos and Gryffinn love playing it. Whichever Big G does get it, they definitely are dangerous.
I wonder how much FlyQuest is going to try and cook with their draft this game. It ended up being relatively standard what they pulled off last game. Made it close with fights down the stretch, but I want to see him cook a little bit.
And you can't really like do early Ashe Seraphine anymore because like the Caitlyn Bard is still up, but also FlyQuest love the Lucian Melio, and so there's so many things. Even though TL usually really have high priority on that, definitely can't do it really early on in the series in Fearless until you know, like Bard and the Lucian have been taken out. So
can't lock in an early solo laner.
Yeah, this is pretty nice though because this is one of QUID's best picks. So it's a little 2-for-1 takeaway. Let's see what QUID can punish it with.
Do we think it's still technically flexible too, or is it just mid lane?
Oh, it's
expectation
definitely flexible, especially on FlyQuest. I feel like Gakgos definitely would be one to play a Ryze top if they wanted. So I still like the Anivia as well as a possible answer into it, because then you're also answering flex, and you're like, well, I've got a Anivia mid
Either
for your
lane.
Ryze mid, or we could move it around. But QUID wants to go for some kill pressure. This makes me think that they will do some sort of ganking jungler. You need, like Pantheon is available.
I know, but
Vi is available, and you can pair that with Ahri to kill.
If they Vi, it sets up the Shen trap card.
True.
Yeah,
true.
I reacted to this because on pros I asked QUID, what's your favorite thing in solo queue? And immediately he said, I'm having a lot of fun with Lichbane first Ahri. I'm just not sure if I can play it on stage yet. Because he says, like, with
Need a little more
Lichbane,
time to
he
cook.
just dashes in with RW autos and he's getting like 70% of their health.
The Lichbane buffs were actually really nice.
Yeah.
And the move speed is super underappreciated too. So nice. I like the adaptation.
Also, if you're going to be in a side lane taking turrets a little bit faster, I can see it. I can see it coming together here. It's going to be paired with the Jhin, as I didn't hear any groans from the audience this time, but I feel like Jhin has not been super hot on a lot of people's opinion meters.
Ben had that, like, what, 13 kill Jhin game versus FlyQuest?
Does that bring it back then?
So
that brought the hope back?
maybe they're looking to repeat that. And again, it's long range to follow up if Ahri's diving in for aggressive plays. So, maybe it will play out. It does make you think, though, Kangas, if they're showing Ahri and Jhin, would you not love to just slam a tank?
Right?
A good, like a super
I mean,
tank.
Ornn's gone, Sion was gone for the previous game, but I was still thinking maybe even like a Galio. But I guess you're probably sending the Ryze in there. What do you think, Jatt?
But remember, Gakgos has not performed that well on tanks, so you're getting tankiness in with your engagement.
You get it with Gryffinn, though.
Well, this is, but look, they're Vi all three, and then they're going to immediately ban the Shen.
Yeah.
So they really wanted the Vi, but they just had to wait until the end.
Patience. Patience is rewarded here for Team Liquid, as it's Senna plus Nautilus locked in for the bot lane of FlyQuest. Massu's played a lot of different champions so far this year, and Senna's one of the ones that not going to expect a lot early game from it, but definitely scaling into the game.
Yeah, and that's the thing with FlyQuest. Like, as you're saying, Gakgos doesn't play a lot of tanks, but Gryffinn does, so he can fill the role for the team. Even if you throw bans at him, his champ pool goes really, really deep because you're banning a lot of specialty champions. So still could play the Skarner as the tank, or Nasus or something like that as well. Problem is, Ahri's pretty hard to track down and stuff. We'll see what angle they decide to go with.
Quick shout out, ThinkCard coached Furia last year. They just qualified for MSI as the #1 seed of the CBLOL, playing Nasus jungle in the last game of their series.
So what I'm hearing is FlyQuest will win once ThinkCard moves to another team.
No, it's once they play Nasus, but
baby
it's the ban,
ban.
the double Gryffinn 4-5 ban to try and shut down his counter picks to Vi. The anti-fun bans from Spawn right now.
These are the two classics that Gryffinn has kind of made a name for himself on so far this year, this split. And now, what are the other tanky options at this point?
So I mentioned the Skarner before, and then you can also do a Sejuani if you want to do a top lane carry champion. So if you did a top lane champion that you want to carry with that would synergize with Sejuani, you could do that. Skarner is fine. Even though it doesn't get played right now, Maokai actually is in a pretty decent state. I don't think it's going to happen because they already have the Ryze, so probably not going to happen this time around, but it can be an option later on. Okay, so they ban out the Vayne top as well.
Ooh,
oh, I was just talking
nice.
about the Rell previously because she got buffs right before Enchanters took over. So we never got to see her become prevalent, but Core loves Rell. He is so good at Rell.
And look at what Team Liquid has done in the first 2 games here of the series. Rakan and Rell, getting him back on Engage to try and bring direction to the Team Liquid team who hasn't been on the same page in team fights. I do believe the Vayne ban was to set up a Gnar blind pick. I wouldn't be shocked, though, if Morgan just matches it with Renekton because he's comfortable enough in that matchup, but we'll have to see what they go on 4-5. I love the new direction for Team Liquid, though, picking CoreJJ, the engaged champions, because I always feel like that's when Team Liquid is at their best.
They have so many ways to engage, so many ways to start a fight. Core can be that first domino to fall as we're talking, but Jose can as well. Even QUID on the Ahri, and then Jhin following up with all that rain. So Shyvana's going to come in here for Gryffinn.
And you have the prerequisites for Shyvana. Like, you can't do Shyvana early either. You need to have a setup from either your support or your top laner. Nautilus is perfect for Shyvana. Nautilus roaming around with Shyvana can definitely set her up really well. And they have the Senna for the extra healing and shielding to keep the Shyvana in there on the front lines. But when you see when you see a Shyvana, stealing Shyvana ultimate turns Sylas Giga. I mean, they did nerf it a little bit, but it's still super, super good. And he can steal away Nautilus ults and have lots of engage options. It's actually a really good Sylas angle, good matchup, good ultimates to steal. And we're going to see the Sylas into Gnar again.
Kobe, you could see the smirks from Spooks, from Morgan, from Spawn when they saw the angle for this pick. So the early lane isn't amazing, but look at what he gets in this game. Gnar, Shyvana, and Nautilus as his big ults to steal on this top lane Sylas. If he's able to get a couple kills in this game, he can take over.
And again, it is about trying to attack the Gnar when he's in mini Gnar form. We saw it previously. It didn't have as much success as you usually see from it. But if you have a Vi jungle and an Ahri mid lane, that combo either like gets the kill mid and then the Ahri can roam to you, or the Vi can also set up and go to the Sylas too. So lots of possible.
Lord Morgan given the keys to the kingdom here in game number 2 on the Sylas FlyQuest. Down 1 game, but not out yet. Game 2 of Team Liquid FlyQuest underway.
Ooh, Gakgos is going with a Doran's helm too for nice value for scaling later on. We'll see if Morgan is able to punish him at all early. Expect both junglers to be farming towards their level 6s, especially Shyvana really has to.
Oh no.
The bigger G after game number 1, there's no doubt, is definitely Gryffinn.
So you said that's not a small G, that's a normal size G.
Completely normal size G.
It looks much
G,
smaller now that Gryffinn has gotten the capital.
Yeah, Gryffinn is a medium G at the moment.
That's a normal size G. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Well, I guess that's your opinion, man. But it does mean that Gryffinn gets to keep the chain, the big gold, gold G as well. So.
And look, Kobe, your opinion on G is completely fine. You know, I respect it. I respect it.
Totally normal.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, mid lane, I do expect it to be spicy. Hoping, unfortunately, both our junglers are like farming junglers, but. Hoping we do get to see QUID go the Lich Bane that you're talking about, Jatt.
Yeah, and also another item to call out is the Doran's helm on the early Senna. A lot of Doran's bow I've seen, but I'm a big fan of a little bit of extra durability on the Senna. Dredge
line lands right there, and CoreJJ is able to get out. Just some trading happening. Don't expect a kill. And we actually do have Emily standing by with ThinkCard for an interview.
Thank you so much, Kangas. ThinkCard, as we kind of look at this early 2v2, see how it goes for you. I'll pause for a second. What did you tell the guys? Because I actually really loved like a lot of your base defenses, and it seemed like you're really, really into it until some of those later fights.
Yeah, honestly, we played pretty well until that that Herald sequence. But even after the Herald sequence, the game should be a little bit hard when they're playing Zyra, Rakan, Ori with like full control of the map and first setup. Like obviously Ezreal Nico wants to poke and all that stuff. So told them, we're playing pretty well. Just make sure that we do the extra step and talk about what engage tools the enemy team has for team fights and skirmishes, and where like those engage tools can be.
And speaking of engage tools, I think like just take me through kind of your composition and how you feel like it matches up to TLs. Did you expect that kind of Sylas to top swap?
I think the Ahri was not that good of a pick. We were pretty happy when they locked in Ahri. Honestly, I was feeling really, really good about this draft until they locked in Sylas, because Sylas with Shyvana R is actually, in my opinion, the best R in the game. So we'll see how that pans out. That being said, I am very, very happy with everything else about this draft. So let's see if the Sylas actually gets some Shyvana ulti value.
All right, we'll see if that happens. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me, and back to you guys at the cast.
Happy to see that. I love getting coach responses to the draft specifically, because he even highlighted that Sylas, yeah, everything else we feel good about. But that was the wild card that Team Liquid threw in. And now bot side, another little skirmish here. Dredgeline back on a CoreJJ, has to crash down away from the fight as Yeon gets a fourth shot onto Cryogen. We've seen a lot of scrapping down here in the 2v2.
We really have, and if FlyQuest can get control early, that's going to be huge for the Shyvana to farm up.
I mean, this is just more fun, in my opinion, to watch. I love watching when we have melee supports back in the meta, and we get to see a lot of the heavy all-ins. And let's take a look at the results that we have previously had, because TL versus FlyQuest has been a hype matchup and a bit of a rivalry over the last few years.
It really was. 2024 was all about TL versus FlyQuest. 2025, TL really fell back in Split 2 and Split 3.
Yeah.
And then with the off-season acquisitions from Team Liquid and the exodus from FlyQuest, we thought it would snap back, but it hasn't necessarily been the case here with the loser getting eliminated today. We'll have to see.
But the rivalry between these two orgs, well documented over the last couple of years.
Obviously, the most famous is the Minions ending the finals, and that one, of course, in the favor of FlyQuest. But as you said, you know, their roster really changed since then, and Raptor fight.
Yeah, Kobe, I'm going to have to cut you off here. Gryffinn loves those Raptors as Engage comes in from CoreJJ, rooting up quad charm onto Cryogen. Should be able to walk away from this one, has the flash available. Just uses the E to get some slow, and will flash eventually. FlyQuest and Gryffinn contesting Raptors. That's pretty much a classic at this point.
I'd say the hit rate on his Raptor invades is like 30%. They didn't even have Senna there at the
here.
time.
This is a pretty good hit rate as a Dredgeline onto the AD carry, plus the root follow-up. Yeon goes down. First blood to Massu.
Okay, sometimes the
Does that count?
Sometimes the benefits of a jungler invade for Raptors are on the return of everybody going back to lane after the Raptors.
Well, it's fascinating because Massu wasn't even there for the fight. Yeon was, and then a little bit of a lazy return to the lane. He would have lost several minions if he takes the long route around, but taking the short route right there.
But on top of that, he takes the short route and then deadly flourishes to try and get a minion, so he's kind of locked into place. Really rough timing there from Yeon. It means that now first blood gold to Massu, the Senna already getting fed early on here, and we'll just continue to scale as Jose is on the bottom side.
Yeah, I mean, Core had to recall after that, the skirmish there. He was so low. Now he got locked up!
Crash down lands here onto Massu. He was trying to get the minion wave and farm up as much as he could, and he trades his health bar for it.
While that happened, though, Gryffinn had to pull off the Drake as Jose took control of the river. Both junglers actually still level 5 right now, and because of Massu getting pushed back, Jose is going to get the level 6 crab, and likely the Drake afterwards if he wants it as the Vi.
Yeah, Sylas up there trying to do some work as well, get priority, and then move on down through the river. They've got their ward set up, though, so Jose did get the crab. He's got the level 6 availability with Vi, and now especially the solo lanes have to watch out.
I am surprised that they didn't at least look at the dragon, because taking early dragons from a Shyvana feel really good, preventing her from getting her scale mill passive stronger. But also, you know, happy to just go back and keep farming up in the jungle here. Cryogen interrupting CoreJJ right there.
Yeah, I think something Jose's really cognizant of, especially against Gryffinn, though, is leaving his own camps up for too long to get the counter jungle, because that's kind of how Griffin's gotten his advantages in previous Shyvana games, is finding windows to get a bit of a farm advantage and then cycling. So totally fine with Jose having level 6 and then using it to just go and get the rest of his camps.
We see this bot lane. I'm actually... So Masu's ahead about a wave. And also now Dredgeline comes in from Cryogen, going for another engage. FlyQuest have been opting for these little skirmishes. Typically, when I think of Nautilus into Rell, I think of Rell as more of a counter. Your Shattering Strike can break the Nautilus shield, and that's where a lot of the tankiness comes in. But so far, it feels like FlyQuest have been getting the better of the 2v2. you know, throughout the lane. And now, of course, Massu with even more CS advantage, plus that first kill means that it's only going to be bigger for FlyQuest bot lane.
Yeah, the kill onto Massu trying to return from the Raptor fight really hurt out there. Not able to CS, and they like desync their recalls there with him and CoreJJ too. So definitely a big benefit. As far as the matchup, yeah, gotta get good timings on your hooks for sure. If you are Cryogen, if you are Nautilus, and he has done exactly that. So now it's his time to try and get the early vision, and they've secured the full river of vision for FlyQuest here. It's really nice setup. Of course, TL did sneak the one ward in the back of Dragon Pit so they can see if Gryffinn does start to try and initiate that one.
Yeah, and I like the callback to ThinkCard's interview saying he was feeling really good about the draft until the Sylas, which kind of means he thinks that just the bottom quadrant of the map should be going in their favor unless the Sylas is able to enter the game and disrupt it in a big way. And that's kind of true so far with what the bot and mid lane have been able to do.
Checks notes, checks out. Team Liquid have been struggling specifically with Yeon on that path, and then also mid lane now. Quad's got about a wave advantage here as another dredge line goes forward. CoreJJ is just able to get out of there. We saw that the Grubs were started up here by Jose on the top half of the map. Meanwhile, Dragon started up by Gryffinn. So we're just trading neutral objectives on both sides.
And really good here for Gryffinn. Keep your farm up on Shyvana. Dragon stacking for TL. Play off their bottom side. I mean, also, Massu is stacking souls nicely.
Yeah.
Speaking of stacking, when you have your melee supports constantly fighting like this, he's getting a lot of souls. Obviously, he also got the kill, so that's kind of speeds up your static Shiv
what's he at right
completion,
now?
which is going to be really nice for Senna. So a lot of snowballing off of Massu Senna here could become problematic later. Because you are going to get high range, but of course TL have so much hard engage that if they are able to get that engage, then they can kind of put a quick stop to that.
Yeah, I mean, Yeon's really far behind, actually. At 75, maybe he's going to be at about 80 CS by 10 minutes. Way below where he'd want to be as the AD carry. Also, static ship being completed now from Massu means that lane's going to continue to have an advantage.
Jose also was right there with a Vault Breaker, but I think he was spotted the last second by that minion, so we'll just go away, and there's your MasterCard power spike you were just talking about, Jatt. Static Shiv means that Massu not only is already ahead in lane, but will continue to put pressure on this lane. You can shove waves so much faster with this item. Plus, just having that first spike means that when it comes time to fight, you actually can.
Yeah. I mean, again, back to the Raptor fight, because like it.
Charm plus the Deadly Flourish. Current Call opened up on a quad. He's ghosting away. Cryogen's going to try and body block some of these shots here, and does so successfully. So Team Liquid commit some ultimates. Not going to find a kill.
Yeah, Ghost, but no flash. Yeon also leaving his lane a little bit. Again, trying to get QUID off to the races a bit. No Lichbane Ahri, unfortunately. Lost Chapter is his first item, so a conventional Ahri build. Can still build a Lichbane later if he wants.
I like it. Keep our options open here. But man, Massu down here is having such a good time. Again, the ramifications of some of the early plays can mean so much for your lane, because the wave was pushing away from Yeon also at the time of his death from the roam back, and so Massu greatly benefited. And again, when you start snowballing the center early, keep it going. Griffin's here too, and so is Jose. Could be a party.
Dragon's Ascend available if they want to go for the dive, but Yeon gets the back off complete, and it's only core there right now. I imagine Gryffinn will oh no, he canceled the back. Jose still channeling right now, and looks like FlyQuest back off.
Yeah, Massu just getting a little bit more plate gold. Yeon not greeting. I think it would have been a real risky wave to stay on. Just decided to base and forego the few minions. It was a cannon wave, so he didn't lose as much.
So now more damage onto core.
He's already 1v2ing. All right, it's kind of disgusting already. I mean, we're only 11 minutes in. This champ will infinitely scale, so...
1,000 gold lead for Massu, individually over
Wait for the Sylas. Please, Sylas, save us. Save Team Liquid.
Yeah, it's been really slow on the top half of the map. It's dead even in CS. Haven't even looked up there once yet from the observer feed, so I have to imagine that means there's not a lot happening up there. It's been about the 2v2 bot side and ThinkCard's confidence in the rest of the map.
And one of the biggest benefits, and when you can win bottom side like that, is if you've got melee supports, they get roam timers for free. Great. Massu can 1v2 on bottom side, and that opens up Cryogen to have some roam timers that could change around mid lane too, and he's going to go right back there.
And a reminder here again, winner goes to Arizona. You can still get your tickets to the Arizona Finals at the Mullet Arena at ASU. Check out the QR code on your screen right now to lock those in.
So they're doing the swap now. They're going to bring the Senna towards mid lane, and it's on the cannon wave, so he shouldn't miss anything here. Massu gets there, gets the wave. They've got the Ryze already split pushing on bottom side, so the game plan for FlyQuest is already in effect. With their new lane assignments, have both split pushers in a really good spot, and since Senna is so accelerated, this is even safer than kind of the time would suggest.
And the upgraded Trinity Force for Gryffinn as well. More expensive item right there, being able to get to that moment. Quads also kind of bullied quite a bit.
That was crazy.
He just bodied him so hard. What? That was... He literally took 0 damage and just...
He just emoted on him. You know?
He's got the upgraded boots and a bunch of mana. Why wouldn't he be able to do that?
QUID just got hit by everything.
Come on, Jatt. Where's your whimsy? Where's your sense of joy? That was cool.
My goodness, look at Quad go. I mean, QUID and CoreJJ said Quad was like an 8 out of 10 on everything last week on Pros.
Okay.
Looking pretty effective so far.
Yep. Hey, he did the cool thing earlier.
His range, though, was average.
That's a medium G right there. Medium G range. Okay, well, so far, FlyQuest 2,500 gold lead across the board. 10 seconds through this next dragon, as we already see them walk up to set up their vision.
And they tried to pull off the swap here, so Sylas down to bot side to cast part of that wave, but a lot still died into the tower, and some died on the top side of the tower too. I mean, he has 2 quick charges. Second smite is going to come back up very quickly here.
Simple game for FlyQuest. They want to play around every Drake. They're starting it early right here.
Shyvana ult.
Knows he has no smite. He's got to go.
Dragon's Ascent is available. It looks like it's going to come down to a 50-50. Who's able to get it? It's Gryffinn! FlyQuest with the objective secure. Curtain call might turn the play, though, as FlyQuest just lost their jungler and have not gotten a kill yet. Cryogen flashing over the wall. Quad rooted up. Taken down. Actually, Quad going forward there. It was QUID that went down. Double kill goes in there to the Shyvana. Team Liquid re-engaging back in, but Gakgos with a Gnar ultimate into the wall.
What?
Big carry on the Morgan right there. CoreJJ is going to fall as well. Gakgos with a double kill. And FlyQuest top laner shows up huge in the team fight for the triple.
All right, who's the bigger G now? Because Gryffinn died instantly and Gakgos goes insane.
Look at this. Gryffinn used his smite early, so Team Liquid says he doesn't have for 15 seconds. Let's burst it down really fast. The smite comes up. The moment it's in smite range, Gryffinn is able to get the steal. After that, though, he gets one shot as it's that giant Shyvana Sylas that flies in. But this fight, Kobe, ended up being insane. Senna arrives late, and Massu gets to free hit, and Gakgos, he starts with no rage right there and ends up carrying the fight.
Yeah, honestly, with Morgan chasing the Nautilus flashing over the wall after that kill, the Sylas with Shyvana ult didn't get a lot done after the beginning of it, and Massu's able to snare him up there and finish him off, so Gakgos kind of ran free.
And then the Ryze ult at the very end to fly in behind. I mean, that looked like a Team Liquid 1 fight until it wasn't, right? It's just this, I think your point of Morgan chasing over the wall was just the wrong decision. It spread the damage too much and allowed Quad to kind of free hit from the middle of everyone in Team Liquid.
And now the 1,000 gold lead Senna is 2,000 gold lead Senna.
Yep.
And he's level 11 now as well. The extra levels advantage too, very meaningful. Like, they weren't touching Massu before. I don't think you're going to get many chances in this game. It's going to be hard.
Oh my God.
Even with a Vi and Ahri and Rell, like, if Massu, especially if he has summoner spells, I feel like he's going to be able to run over them. And
Massu is the main character right now, as he almost is able to just push back Yeon.
I thought maybe he'd try ulting right there to kill him with Deathfire Touch and get barrier or something, because barrier's already down. It wouldn't have been enough damage, though. But massive mid control from the Senna.
And he could just continue to abuse range and abuse trades and get health leads. And now we go.
Jose's actually pretty deep in enemy territory right now, but he's got the entire team behind him, and Cryogen does not. Now Dragon's Ascent comes in from Gryffinn to re-engage. They lose their support, but another Gnar ultimate from Gakgos onto 3. Morgan trying to get onto Massu, but the backup is there. Gryffinn gets the kill. Gakgos gets a double.
I mean, that was big G's. Shyvana into Gnar ultimate was insane, but now a 6-kill Gnar. Also stacking MR for the side lanes into either the Sylas or the Ahri, and then the Yeon, who's on garage sale items, and probably going to get dove here.
Yeah, Gryffinn straight onto Yeon, has flash available, no barrier, flashes 4th shot, but in comes Quad, gets the kill onto Yeon. Massu's still alive as QUID fancied himself an assassination attempt. Massu taking the Herald to safety, QUID flashes the wall. Quad will pop the ultimate, and now it's only a couple minions going through. QUID gets out to safety, but FlyQuest get the turret and get out.
And they really just accelerated this game. Look at the goal difference. It's 8,000 by 17 minutes. They just took everything. They went straight from that fight bottom lane into breaking mid and getting yet another kill.
Yeah. That's a big G. Gakgos with 6 kills on Gnar side lane. He's got Merc Treads and Wits End. Okay.
Yep.
No, either solo laner,
Well,
whichever
nasty.
TL solo laner tries to fight that Gnar, is
good luck.
Gonna have a very troublesome time.
And typically, I mean, this is the downside of double AP solo laners, but actually we'll get back to that. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, Cryogen goes in early, but it pulls everyone in Team Liquid in, and a Shyvana into Gnar combination with the triple stun into the wall before Massu just arrives to help out a little bit. He ulted beforehand, and it is Gakgos who cleans up once again.
Yeah, Cryogen with his dying breath.
Look on 5, don't flash, kill 5.
I'm coming.
Slowly.
Guys,
Slowly.
I have TP, remember, but it's fine.
Slow. Yeah, I'm out. You can look that soon.
It's
Look trying. I'm going. I think we can win.
It looks good.
Kill one at a time. Kill Sylas after.
Yeah, Sylas is dead.
We can't kill him to now. Can we kill? Has ulti. Has ulti. Bye, Sylas.
Yeah, they know from the very beginning. They're like, yeah, our Nautilus is going to die for this. It's totally fine. It looks good. We killed the Vi. We're definitely going to be able to get the rest of them. And with his dying breath, Cryogen gets off his Nautilus ult, into the Shyvana ult, into the Gnar ult.
What I love the most about that is Quad, who wasn't even there before the play happened, says it's good for sure. Right? Just gives extra confidence to all the kids trying to fly in into making that play.
Make it happen right now. They had the Wombo combo, and they pulled it off this time around. And now, again, 8,000 gold lead at 19 minutes, but so much of that just being isolated on these key carries. Massu still 3,000 ahead himself. He wasn't even really present for a lot of that fight.
Get your ultimate down there at the beginning to make sure, even if they kill people before you get there,
you got the assist.
You're going to be the assist. Very nice. And now, I mean, it's pretty easy when you have the 8,000 gold lead to just keep on stacking the dragons. Since they got the first 2, you're going to get a pretty quick soul for FlyQuest. And as we mentioned, Gnar is the god of the side lanes now. He's got Merc Treads and the Wits End, so either solo laner is going to have a lot of pain if they try and fight the Gnar. And as well, QUID's not even no slouch himself. Since he's mid lane, he has upgraded Merc Treads. And that shield plus the Seraph shields means you are insanely tanky as the Ryze as well. So
both
either side lane and the team fight all look good, Kangas. Then what's your play?
I mean, I hate that you just asked me that, because I was about to ask Jatt that. I was like, at this point, if you're Team Liquid, like, what really? Okay,
that's a big G.
That's a big G right there.
Backside G in this
on
game.
the screen.
That is a big Gakko. 6 kills, Gnar.
Jump scare.
Oh my God.
I love it.
He can get bigger, by the way. Like, you know, he's still got room to grow.
Yeah. He's a growing boy, you know.
You know, canonical for Gnar. Gnar also gets bigger in game.
Straight on to Baron. Gryffinn not messing around with the pace of this game. Gnar on bot lane.
3 on bot lane.
Buying a lot of time. That's a big bounty on the line if they decide to go for this dive.
All right, quick, get your bets in. If they had been able to get 3 people on your minimap you see going for Gnar, would they even win that versus?
They're going to try. They're going for 4.
Okay, they make it 4 for safety.
Keeping QUID down there. This is a full commit from Team Liquid, and Gakgos is just going to walk away.
Couldn't get him.
Just straight up walks away from the turret. It will be a Baron for Dragon trade. If Team Liquid can actually get this one, it looks like they will with the amount of crystals on it.
Sometimes the biggest play a G can make is to walk away, Kobe.
Exactly.
Yeah, some fights aren't worth taking.
Yeah,
too much
that's
to
the mark
lose.
of a true big G.
Yeah.
Is they know that they don't have to be the carry in that moment.
All right, now all that's left is for them to end the game. Both teams, honestly, with some pretty good showings this series. Is a really fun one, Kangas. You know, game number 1, 2 TL. Game number 2 here is so close to end FlyQuest hands. Yes, it's fairly early, but on 3 minutes, the Mountain Soul is coming up, and they have a very, very high likelihood of taking that one. So the momentum kind of going back in their favor now.
We do have to call out, though, they are the youngest team in all of Tier 1, and they have massive bounties in this season where kill bounties have never been higher, objective bounties have never been higher, the ability for the game to slingshot back. So they're playing with so much confidence. If they overdive here, would be the window to throw, but we'll see how their experience has grown them throughout the year, because quite disciplined right now, grouping up with the 4 people on bottom lane. The solo laner is Gryffinn, who can just ult out if they try and engage on him, and they're stacking up this gold lead.
Like that point that you bring up, it's never been, you know, a more fast game to start playing in your pro career. We heard Gryffinn in his pre-match interview talking about the experience of the team. We saw it earlier, and now they're sieging onto this bottom inhibitor turret, and they're showing that patience. They're not walking too far forward. They're walking back. Gakgos is about to lose his Mega Gnar, so FlyQuest don't want to give the window to Team Liquid to engage.
I mean, the endless. Oh, we have a teleport actually. Long TP flank. So this is a Hail Mary.
Whoa.
This is a desperate play, but you are desperate. You have to recognize when you're desperate sometimes. So you gotta go for it.
And he should be spotted unless he's walking all the way by the wall. Now the dredge line lands from Cryogen onto CoreJJ. Who cares about the flank? If you engage first, they already got one. Gakgos goes godlike. About to hit Mega again. Dragon's Ascent from Gryffinn goes in. Jose's going down as FlyQuest get 2 kills.
Morgan's getting teleported on now.
And Morgan's now getting teleported on by Gakgos. The capital G has arrived. Morgan locked down in a 1v2. Steals away the Gnar ultimate. Tries to get the escape off. Gakgos not going to land the wall up there. Morgan to safety, flashes the wall. Cryogen flashes forward. Dredge line follow-up, just stopping the back as FlyQuest break the base.
Now, he's still chasing potentially.
Yeah, Morgan's coming back to the base, and he's wrapping around for flank number 2.
Ooh, the W landed there, and they got him! Just popping QUID like a balloon. FlyQuest. This AD carry is pumping damage.
I mean, Kobe, you called it a Hail Mary. They very rarely get completed. That was definitely a bit of an interception by FlyQuest, growing that gold lead to 12,500 by 23 minutes. Nobody on FlyQuest dies. They open up the entire mid lane, and they can just reset for this Drake soul that is going to be up in 40 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, even in your like miracle dream plays, you have to have the engage at the same time because he teleports so deep. I guess Core just like saw the angle or something, or he was, we'll have to look at the beginning of that fight, but for some reason he felt forced to go now before the Sylas was even there.
I mean, maybe the argument is, you know, you distract them with your health bar to buy space for Morgan to come in. Obviously, that was not the outcome we saw. It's total gold here.
Oh my.
Almost entirely. I mean, I've won so as support. I would be very concerned. I'd be very concerned if Cryogen was also above all members of Team Liquid.
Massu doing work here on the Senna, but really anyone who deals damage
Gryffinn
on this team.
Those aren't big G
So
numbers.
what about, there's so much talk about big G's, but what about big M? Massu.
Ooh, I like that.
I mean, he had such an amazing week last week.
He's also got the gold chain already. He wears that every week. You know?
True.
Dragon's not going to be contested by Team Liquid, as Jose actually is here, maybe looking for the Smite steal, but now he's just hunted. Yeah, we saw the jungler, and we're going to try and kill that jungler. Dredgeline flash by Jose, and now Morgan's got to try and get out of there. Will get out safely, but Dragon Soul secured by FlyQuest.
You remember Moscow 5, see hero, kill hero?
Yeah.
Anybody shows up on your screen when you're 11,000 gold ahead, you
get him.
Chase him down.
Quad walking the dogs right now here. 208 on the Ryze, plus the solo lane top lane, plus the AD carry. Charm lands on a quad, he goes into the stasis. FlyQuest diving underneath the turrets. Team Liquid are mounting their final defense, but they're losing it for now. Big engage from CoreJJ, but the damage just is not there to follow. FlyQuest with a double kill to quad and only one member standing tall on Team Liquid will look to even up this series 1-1. G to the big G's. They're diving into the fountain, and they got the ace. FlyQuest tie the series.
Okay, the style points in the FlyQuest win are through the roof, though. So, analysts, do you feel like they've taken the momentum? Because they are feeling themselves.
Okay, so we're still...
Absolutely, I feel like they've taken the momentum. I also feel like when you are a team like FlyQuest, your wins can end up looking like this, and we kind of set it up from the early part in draft, right? ThinkCard was like, I'm super happy with my draft. As soon as they locked in the Ahri, it was great.
He was a little concerned.
He was a little concerned about the Sylas, but that was it.
Yeah, you saw some action from the Sylas, but not much. We saw also the action was the Sylas getting pummeled by the bigger G.
He had that great